strong and dominant in the mid-late game.
Yeah, coming into the pick and ban phase, Kale ban instantly, followed up by a Vayne ban. I'm surprised by the Vayne ban. That must be targeted towards Flawless.
All right.
That has to be a targeted ban. Vayne isn't something we're seeing a lot of Lucian right now. We're not seeing a lot of Vayne. I don't see how that's not get a targeted ban. Same with the Malzahar coming out. That's pretty surprising. Blue team is coming out with really quick bans right now. Blue team having all 3 bans already done. And Vigilante Gaming, they're taking their time on this last ban. So far we have Kale banned, Malzahar and Nasus also banned from Paradox. And Vigilante Gaming have Vayne and Jervin banned out. And they're going to go with the Gragas for the last ban. Annie insta-lock from Paradox.
Annie insta-lock. Well, Annie's always a really strong in team fights because of that area effect stun.
Not knowing a lot about the teams, you don't know if it's going to be an Annie mid right now or a support.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm going to guess support for now.
Yeah, potentially. It looks like it'll probably be switched off with someone later on.
It was a first pick, so it's a safe pick, honestly. For a first pick, you never know where it's going to go, so I don't see Vigilante picking their mid laner right now. Most teams are waiting to let their mid lane counter right now. And Sona Tryndamere being hovered over by Vigilante. Those are interesting picks. Sona hasn't been played a lot. With the new support system, we haven't seen a lot of Sona from anyone lately, to be honest. They're both being locked in, though, so we are going to see a carry top laner this game.
I'm not sure, but I remember I haven't heard of Vigilante much before, but I think when I did hear about them, they have someone that's really strong with Tryndamere on their team. And they're usually supposed to get banned against them.
Well, looks like Paradox is either unaware of this or aren't aware of the Tryndamere. Followed up with, we have Billy Be Good, I'm going to guess is going to be jungling with that Lee Sin and a Shyvana being hovered over. Like you said, the Shyvana is a very strong pick for anyone right now.
Yeah.
So Shyvana is going to be locked in. And I don't know if this is just me, but simply Azuma, I don't know if he's actually going to be supporting this game or not, because he is in the position for a jungler, but he has Flash Exhaust on right now.
Yeah, it does look like he might be going... Probably, yeah, he'll probably be going support.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they actually joined the lobby in the right way. It doesn't make much of a difference, I don't think. But I'm just saying that because Night Castle, who should have been generally the mid laner, has Smite on. And we see the Corki lock in. And they're hovering over the Vi, changed it to the Sejuani. I wonder if they're actually going to go with the Sejuani, though.
I haven't seen Sejuani picked a lot lately, actually.
She's going to get locked in, and then Lucian gets insta-locked. That was a very quick insta-lock, too.
Yeah, he's super strong right now. Even after the patch, he still remained pretty strong.
Orianna being hovered over now for Team Paradox.
Orianna is a very good pick. They don't have their. If they do put an Annie mid, it will be a good matchup. In my opinion.
I don't see the Orianna being a bad pick right now because they have Shyvana that can go all in. Annie has to be pretty close for it. Lee Sin jumps in and out. That can be really good for the Orianna ball. It gives a big shield to Lucian if he needs it, because Lucian has a big timer on his E to get away.
Oh, I did not know this. Apparently, out in Halifax, Sejuani is a favorite.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm getting from the chat. See, I am from Winnipeg, and I don't know if that even affects it on the servers, but well, I guess in the community, you never really seen Sejuani picked much.
I haven't seen much of Sejuani either. It's interesting to know, though. It brings a lot to the game, a Sejuani pick. just because with the Sona, you have so much lockdown already, especially against a team like that has a Lucian, an Orianna, the Shyvana, Lee Sin, and Annie. They're gonna pick out a lot of people if they start roaming in the jungle. But now with the Sejuani ult comboing in with a Sona ult or the other way around, then you have Tryndamere running in, you have Syndra who just got locked in, bursting everyone all at one time because they're already so crowded, and then Corki just spamming R.
Yeah, for sure.
Both teams are looking really solid right now, and I don't know what to expect from this game. I gotta say, it's gonna be fun to watch.
So from what I'm getting, it's looking for like the Annie support, the Orianna mid against Syndra, which I think will be interesting to see. I say they're equally matched, but that might just be me.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of Orianna versus Syndra lanes. I'm gonna guess Orianna should be able to do fairly well, seeing as how passive she's able to play.
Well, Syndra's kind of the exact same playstyle. They're both able to like kite team fights from the very outskirts.
Yeah, laning phase, I'm seeing Orianna win, just because Orianna takes a lot of mana, but
Syndra does too.
Syndra does also, but Orianna is able to play so far away with her passive, giving her more AD, so she can just auto attack things while keeping her ball in in an area where it scares Syndra enough to not go in right away.
That's true. Yeah, but like I said, because of that, I'm looking forward to it being interesting.
Yeah, it will definitely be a fun lane. We'll have to keep eyes on that for sure.
And that's going to be Tryndamere versus Shyvani top.
I don't really know how that goes over. I haven't seen much of Tryndamere lately. I know he was played once the other day, but at for relegations in EU, I know he was played once, but didn't happen to be watching then. I know Shyvana is incredibly strong, but I don't know how the Tryndamere is going to do in this patch.
Did this patch affect Tryndamere?
No, it didn't,
I
but
didn't think it did.
it's affected so many other champions that you never know what's going to come from it.
That's true. I'm pretty sure Shyvani and Tryndamere were left untouched in this one, though.
I think so. I know nerfed they nerfed the Lucian a little bit. They made it so that his Q, you have to be in auto attack range to use it, which does nerf him, but it kind of makes sense. In a way, it's also good because when you Q, you can auto attack right away.
Mm-hmm.
So that is going to help, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference to completely take Lucian out of competitive play after the patch.
That is true. Yeah. They have to kind of dabble with it because what Riot's been trying to do lately is instead of just flat out like nerfing someone, what they're trying to do is get like it perfect on the first try and like just do slight adjustments and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had a feeling that I wasn't sure, but a couple people are saying that Shyvani is good against Tryndamere up top. I can kind of see that too because she's a tanky build and he's just an AD build.
Yeah, the tanks normally beat out the ADs, but that's gonna depend a lot on the junglers. Lee Sin is gonna have a huge early impact against Tryndamere, even at hitting 6. That's just gonna allow him to make sure that Tryndamere can't get away. And Sejuani, once she hits 6, she's gonna be looking. I'd imagine that her team is gonna be doing a lot of rotations, trying to get early dragons, early team fights, get the wombo combo that they have on, get it going, get the kills running in, and get some free gold for themselves.
Mm-hmm. How much of a delay was still on? You're in the game, right?
Yes, it's loading. 7 seconds left, so 5.
Okay. Yeah, there's still a delay of 20 seconds, and I'll be able to join you guys, or something like that. Oh no, I can join. There we go.
It's good to see that. I don't know. I'm pretty new to the Halifax circuit myself. I think it's really cool to be able to see so many people watching the stream already. I wasn't personally expecting that many. I think that's really cool though. There are so many people watching the stream already. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was surprised at first too last time. And by last time I mean like 2 hours ago. So you've done this before, though, right?
I have showcases, yes. I've showcasted for a couple of different tournaments here and there, different companies that wanted me to. I've filled in for a couple of people every now and then, so I'm really excited to be able to come here and shoutcast for Halifax Circuit also.
Yeah, you can definitely carry me for that one because I'm new to it, like everyone knows. Just getting into it and feeling it around.
Into the loading screen. We're gonna be getting into the game soon enough.
Yep.
Just looking here. This is nothing to do with in-game. I like the platinum borders. I think they're the best ones. I like the platinum icon. The green is the best of them all, I find, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the best.
Which one was that?
The platinum.
The platinum?
Everyone wants diamond and challenger. I just like the platinum icon.
Are these the platinum ones?
Yeah, those are the platinum ones.
Yeah,
the green like ones. Yeah, I think they're pretty awesome.
Now we were making a lot of comments in the last game about when a team has 4 skins, they have an advantage off the bat. We don't have that this time, so we don't have to say that it factors in.
No, Team Foreskin is always a big victor most of the time.
Yeah, and it actually ended up turning out like that.
Oh, did it? That's pretty good. So we're in a best of 1 now. Teams are just starting out. Nothing hectic I'm seeing coming out.
Yeah, this is all in, give or take, do or die.
Yeah, best of 1 series are always the worst. If you mess up one game, you don't have time to take it back for another.
Exactly.
But if I'm correct me if I am wrong on this though, it's a season-like thing that we're doing?
Yes, these are all count towards, from what I understand, it all counts towards points in the tournament in April.
Okay.
For placing.
All right.
That's the extent of my knowledge.
Okay, you'll have to keep me updated on the Twitch chat. Fortunately, I am not capable of having a second monitor around with me to be able to look at it.
I don't have it either. I'm kind of just like tabbing out every now and then, checking on it.
All right, that works.
Yeah. So, last game we didn't worry too much about last game because we were talking most of the time.
That's fine. Okay, so we're just gonna see a basic blue start from Sejuani. We're gonna see Lee Sin actually starting on his red buff, so he might be looking to go for the Sejuani blue buff afterwards. Trinamir and Shyvana might be seeing each other out, but I don't see anything hectic happening right now. Not at level 1 anyways.
I was so confused for a second there. I accidentally maximized the stream image instead of the actual game.
Yeah, I'm gonna think that a big focus on this game is gonna be like 10-15 minute team fights for purple team. I feel like that's what they're gonna really be looking for with the Sejuani and the Sona. I think it's gonna be a nice 4v4 game. We're not gonna see a lot of Trinamir and Shyvana this game unless they're killing each other. To pull a Dyrus on you, it's gonna be a nice 4v4 game basically.
Yeah, I don't see Trinamir leaving lane often if he doesn't need to, because he'll want to do that split push game with Trinamir, which is always really good.
And when
not being shut down for it.
When he does leave his lane, it's to go push another lane.
Exactly.
That's the thing though, they're looking for team fights, but because they have so much CC, it's gonna allow them to 4v5 in those team fights. And even at that, Shyvana, if she can keep her farm up, she's gonna be top lane against Trinamir most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, we have Lee coming in for an early gank up top on Trinamir. He might have enough damage to take him out. Yeah, that's first blood right there.
Yeah.
Very effective gank from Lee Sin. He was getting that slow not only from his E, but also from his red buff. So they were able to ensure that kill.
Taking down a Trinamir early is incredibly useful. It's going to first allow Shyvana to get up in CS, maybe go back in a little bit, take a B and go buy some items to get a little bit ahead of Tryndamere.
Yeah, for sure. Let's take a look at this mid lane. We got Syndra's kind of pushing on Orianna. She looks like she has the first initial aggro, but she's running out of mana pretty quickly.
They're gonna dive Tryndamere. They're diving Tryndamere. The slow coming out, Chicken coming out for
Really?
Tryndamere. Lee Sin taking a lot of tower damage though. That's not gonna be good for him. For a jungler who doesn't get a lot of he doesn't get a lot of lifesteal early aside from his W. Oh wow, okay. Bot lane going down. So Lucian and Annie are playing really aggressive right now and it's paying out. And I'm getting caught up with what was happening in top lane.
Yeah, well, they're playing really, really hard against that Tryndamere. They want to shut him down. They don't want to see him affecting them later on in the game. But Sejuani is coming up to... Well, I guess he's just poking around.
We even see Syndra being really aggressive right now, and I feel like for purple team right now, it's not a good idea to be aggressive. I feel like them being aggressive right now is going to result in Lee Sin roaming a lot. And I even think we're going to see a bit of Orianna roaming once Lee Sin makes a visit to Syndra.
Mm-hmm. Bottom lane is being pretty dominant right now, and they are proxying out there. Like, they're preventing a lot of CS for Corki.
Yeah, Lucian having 20 more CS than Corki is not a good thing early game. That's going to suck. Hearing lots of Annie laughter coming out, taunting her opponents like that.
We're already looking at a 2.9 or 2.8k lead.
Forcing the flash from Syndra.
For Paradox.
That takes out all of Syndra's escape ability. Lee Sin's next gank is going to be very effective. Syndra has no escaping. All she has is her E. But even at that, with Lee Sin coming in from the side, she has to choose, does she want to hit away Lee Sin or does she want to hit away Orianna?
Yeah, that's very true. Like, it is effective for taking out a gank, but she has to consider her actual lane opponent, like who's going to do the most damage to her. Shivani's got Tryndamere pretty low up top. She's going to let Tryndamere back, does look like, but she's keeping on the aggression. She's keeping the wave pushed. She's probably going to get a couple hits in on tower.
Oh, Orianna ulting. Yeah, every lane on Paradox right now is winning. They're up in CS, they're up in kills. Like you mentioned, they have the 2.1k gold advantage already, 6 minutes into the game. And we just see Annie sitting in the box waiting for someone to overextend even a little bit.
Yeah. Because as soon as Annie hits that stun, Lucian's able to actually get just, like, he gets a lot of damage if he can just free attack someone.
He does. We see Lucian, he's winning so hard in lane right now, that bot lane. They are winning so immensely. Corki's only at 17 CS now, barely clearing out waves under tower. And Lucian's at 52. He went back, he got a big buy. He got wards, boots, and a Sheen. That Sheen is going to get huge procs of damage off when he goes in to fight them again.
Especially with his passive.
Yeah, that's going to deal a lot of damage for them. Shyvana coming back with the Giant's Belt. And this game is going every way that Paradox could possibly want it to go.
We haven't seen too much from Sejuani so far. She's been sticking to her camps. Yeah, I don't think I've seen her much, aside from when she went up to War for Tryndamere.
That's the big thing with Sejuani, though. Her ganks aren't exactly good until level 6. The big thing that, like I said, they're going to want to do is they're going to want to look for the team fights, and they're not going to want to have Crescendo be wasted on one person. They're going to want to look for the 5-mans everywhere.
Very true. Yeah, I think they might have the advantage when it comes to team fights, but I think Paradox knows that, and they're trying to get that good gold lead, that good advantage, so that
team fights aren't gonna matter if your team is 4-5k ahead super early. Lee Sin going in.
Exactly.
Oh, Syndra being bursted very quickly. Lots of combos being out there. I think actually that Orianna missed the ult there because Lee Sin kicked Syndra away.
But it was still enough damage to...
I could be wrong. I think it hit her like at the last second or right before the kick.
Actually, I think what happened was
Bot lane going in, Sona being taken down, Tibbers coming out, and Corki backing away. Corki is still level 5.
yes, he's very low. Sejuani is just getting level 6 actually as well.
This is not looking very good for purple team right now. They're gonna have to make something happen really quickly with Sejuani hitting level 6. It looks like we might actually have a tower dive bot lane. Tibbers is tanking it, and he taking damage. And he gets a kill, Lucian picking up an assist on that. Look at the difference in bot lane already though. Like, every lane is just dominating right now for Paradox.
Oh,
every single lane.
Bottom lane's got a 50 CS lead with only 1 kill. That's not right.
3 kills.
Wow, he picked up 2 of them.
And he has 2 of them, yeah.
Which that's going to be dangerous in itself. Any supports when they get kills become pretty much the same as
Oh, coming in on Syndra again. Oh, there comes the kick. Oh, wow. Lee Sin willing to tank it. Shyvana even going low. Sejuani making her presence. I guess she did throw the ult. We were a little bit busy in the mid lane with that. Didn't get to see top lane.
Yeah, Sejuani, I caught it just a last second, but Sejuani threw the all in first for the engage. And then it looked like they backed off after that.
Shyvana getting pretty low, but that's... Tryndamere is doing the best out of his laners right now. He's keeping up with Shyvana a little bit, only down by 20 CS compared to everyone else. Shyvana actually doing the best, only down by 12 CS, but she has 3 assists behind Lee Sin. So it does add up, but it's letting Tryndamere get back in a little bit, and I think this game is definitely going to completely revolve around the Tryndamere split push right now.
Yeah, for sure. And he is doing extremely well considering the fact of the early pressure they had on him. I would say like that 20 CS is only accounted for because of the fact of when Lee Sin was camping the lane.
Yeah, we're going to see... I think Sejuani is going to camp top a little bit, make sure that Tryndamere can get going. But you never know. I'm really honestly surprised that bot lane is trying to push against this. Lucian being ready to go in at any second, sitting over there at his golems.
And I'm pretty sure they're unaware that they're sitting on top of the ward.
Yeah, they don't know about that, I don't think. Oh, Tibbers comes in. Sona gets dropped instantly. I think we can even say about that. It's just everyone went in, and Annie ended up getting the kill again. She's 3-0-1. She's on a killing spree now.
They're going to dive this, I have a feeling.
Oh, they're going to dive. The culling comes out. Corki's getting away. He had lots of HP. That was kind of a waste of the culling, but they are going to get this bot tower, which is going to increase their kill. The gold lead is going to take... It's just... The gold lead is skyrocketing right now. They're at 6.1k gold lead.
It's huge. And I think they're going to be going for a dragon now, too, as well. Even increasing that further.
Orianna coming down from the mid lane to help with this dragon.
They're going to have no contestant.
Syndra's pinging it, but Shyvana's pushing, and Sejuani's isn't doing anything. Dragon's gonna go uncontested to Paradox.
Trymmir's backing off top. Shyvani's still pushing him straight to his tower, and he's not able to trade back.
Oh, every 4 on... Wow. Syndra.
That looked like...
Ouch. She got Shockwave out of Orianna, though, so they got at least 1 ult out of that. I don't think Lee Sin ulted during that. I could be wrong.
Let's take a check. Lee Sin did ult.
Sejuani ult coming out. I think that was a little unnecessary for the Sejuani ult right there. The tower was going down anyways. I think she was really just stalling for Corki and Sona to get back in here. We're going to be able to see a crescendo come out once they get in place. Crescendo coming out misses everybody. Wow. Corki almost ready to pick up a kill. No,
Sona's going to drop here.
Sona goes down, and he gets away somehow. And
Nice gets a nice stun, gets the... Oh, no. Lucian managed to flash out of that.
Syndra picks up the kill, though. Gets a shutdown on Orianna. That's really good. I can see Syndra is in for a surprise here.
Yeah.
There comes Tibbers. Lots of damage.
Enough? Oh, misses
Oh,
first
very
time.
close. Oh.
Barely gets that kill out of there.
She picks up the kill, though, with the ball. That's what their team is looking for. A little bit of courage. Tryndamere taking down Shyvana.
Tryndamere and Shyvani. Tryndamere coming out on top. He's definitely hit his damage curve for sure. He's got his static shiv on.
That's a The static shiv is a big item for Trinimir, especially in the split push game. He didn't go for the Vampiric Scepter first because he wanted the ability to clear waves really quickly, especially under tower. That was going to help him knowing that he was being pushed so hard. And Lee Sin just waiting for Sejuani. Actually picks up the blue buff, outsmites Sejuani, and is dueling her incredibly now. He did ult during that at the end for the kill.
That just looked like it hurt. He was running circles around her.
Top lane tower is being taken down. Trinimir is still 17 or so CS behind. So he's got a ways to go to catch up, but he's getting his team a little bit of global gold to keep them up. But we have to keep in mind, they are 8k gold behind right now at 15 minutes.
Very true. I would have figured that Trinimir would have been closer in gold to Sejuani just because of the fact that he had that Avarice Blade for a while when he was building his static shiv. But he's still down by about 600.
Yeah, the culling coming out just to clear a bit of waves, I think. I don't think they were really trying to kill anyone with that too quickly.
Oof.
Wow, okay, Syndra. Lots of items. She has a Chalice on her, Sorcerer Shoes, and Fiendish Codex, and that is enough to burst down Lucian right now.
Yeah.
2-2 Lucian, he has Berserker Greaves and the Trinity Force.
She's outputting a lot of damage. And that her along with Trinimir actually, I think that might be the only keys to them coming back. Is a Trinimir split push with the damage coming from Syndra able to kite out their opponents.
This is what we're going to have to look out for, though. Being so far behind, is it really a smart idea to have Trinimir top lane still farming and still pushing? Whereas
Probably
it's a
not.
5-on-4 mid. Is that really a smart idea? Trinimir being possibly their strongest player there.
We'll have to see how it turns out, because they definitely made the obvious decision.
Giver's coming out. Everyone goes in. Shockwave used. Doesn't take down anyone, though. Shyvana getting down Syndra. Shyvana getting the double kill.
2 for 0.
And a tower, too. I think that's being tanked by Sejuani right now. Or Shyvana right now.
Yeah.
And Corki and Sona just trying to put down the best amount of poke that they can right now.
Now, at the same time, Trinimir is going to be able to take that tower bottom lane, though.
Yeah, we have... This is the big split push Trinimir, though. He's getting his team global gold. If that wasn't a 4v2, I think that could have gone a lot better in mid. I think they could have picked up at least a kill.
Yeah.
But even at that, Sona going really low just from poke out of Lucian. We see Shyvana having to go back top because Trinimir is just... He's getting close to the inhibitor already. And that, in retrospect, that was good for them because both teams only got to inhibitor tower, so Paradox didn't push farther than that. So it was a good balance because they got to inhibitor towers for inhibitor towers.
But at the same time, they did also lose the 2 kills.
I don't think they're too worried about kills right now. They knew they were already behind in kills. They knew they're behind in gold. Yes, it's gonna hurt them, but they have the map pressure on top lane, which is good.
Yeah, that is good.
Gonna actually donate that red buff to Trinimir.
Syndra's actually completed 2 items now. She's got her Athena's and her Sorcerer Boots going on. So she'll be outputting even more damage.
The Athenes is a good choice right now. There's lots of magic damage from Orianna and Annie. Most people wouldn't say that would be good because there's only 2 AP players on there, and with the Annie going support, she's only dealing so much damage. But Orianna's a bursty champion.
Yeah.
With a chalice and a needlessly large rod, that's gonna hurt. Wow.
Oof.
Perfect placement by Flawless. Getting that kill with Lucian. We have Skeleton Ball getting pretty caught out right now, but he gets away alive. Syndra coming in. Lee Sin chasing them though. Where's that going to lead to? Trinimir is fighting Shyvana. Lots of action going all around the map right now. And we just see Lee Sin taunting them. He's standing there in between towers.
Oh, we actually have a trade going on between Trinimir and Shyvana top.
It's looking like Shyvana's going to win this, but we have the Trinimir ult being popped. He's going to go in. Shyvana flashes. Trinimir is life stealing away. He has the Cutlass, so he has some amount of life steal right now, and that's really good. Most Trinimirs go Vampiric Scepter in a static shiv, but
See, I found a good way to play Tryndamere when you're going top lane. You want that sustain, is you actually get the Cutlass first, and then you build into your Stag Shiv. Just because it does give you it gives you a gap closer because of the slow, and then as well as the sustain you're going to need in the lane.
Yeah, and even if you just go for the Vampiric Scepter, it's good. Sejuani being caught out a little bit though. Lots of action going on. Syndra being kicked onto, Sejuani ult coming out, Syndra ult going down, and still no kill picked up. They used 2 ults on Lee Sin and they didn't get a kill.
Very true.
He's very tanky right now. He has an Aegis of the Legion and a Spirit of the Ancient Golem. For 20 minutes in a 208 Lee Sin, that's not that bad. And I'm just looking at the gold right now, and Lucian has a lot of the team's gold. We're seeing a lot of it on Lucian and Orianna.
Yep.
And
Shyvana has a lot too.
Shyvana has quite a bit too, being 3-1. But Tryndamere is the only one that's getting close to them in gold right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Shyvana possibly being caught out.
Yep.
Yeah, there comes the double slow from Tryndamere. He hasn't used the Cutlass yet.
Well, we should have Lee Sin in for help.
Lee Sin coming in. Lots of damage being put down. Dragon Kick come out. Lucian comes in with the ult and barely hits the Sejuani, but doesn't get the kill, bringing it over to Shyvana. We see the Syndra not able to burst down Lee Sin fast enough.
They are starting Baron.
They're going to go for a 20-minute Baron. They're level 11, 2 level 12s on there with Orianna and Shyvana, and they're bringing that down very fast. There's nothing that purple team is able to do against this right now.
There's not even a chance to be contested. And there's actually no wards in the vicinity, so Vigilante has no idea that they're going to be coming at them with Baron.
They're spotting out the Baron. Crescendo comes out, not doing much. Sona taken very low. Shyvana looks like she wants to continue with this. But they're going to come out. Lots of CC coming down. Corki getting the shutdown gold is really good. Team fight still going. Sejuani ult comes out. Lots coming down. So much coming down. Lucian getting a triple, I believe. No, just the double. Triple kill on Tryndamere. Undying Rage coming down. And I just like to make a point of where that shockwave was put down. That was an incredibly placed shockwave.
Oh, it was perfect. They took out so much health on Vigilante's side.
If you look at it, the shockwave, it stopped 3 people and dealt a lot of damage to them all at one time.
Mm-hmm. What's her kit looking like right now? Oh, she's got the Rabadon's death cap.
Rushing the Rabadon. She's just that far ahead. She's 30 CS ahead of Syndra. She has 2 more kills than her, 6 more assists, and she has 4 less than that. She has a lot more lane time for XP right now. There's so much coming out from this team right now that I don't really think Vigilante is going to be able to handle it at this point. They're trying, Sejuani taking out the pink ward over there.
Yeah, and you know what? This is exactly what you were talking about before, where you make that one mistake and you're kind of done for, especially since this is a best-of-1 series. I mean, early game we saw that Tryndamere was getting shut down, and then we also saw that first early kill against Corki, which kind of guaranteed bottom lane to snowball from there.
Yeah, like, we're looking at this. We're at 22 minutes in the game. Corki is still just getting that Trinity Force. Picked up a pickaxe. I'm going to guess he's going to go for a Last Whisper now. Maybe an Infinity Edge. Corki is only 1-3-3. He has 95 CS at 22 minutes into the game. That's not what he wants to be at. Whereas you have Lucian, who got the Trinity Force, has Berserker Greaves, and a full Bloodthirster.
See, we have a bit of a problem here. We have Tryndamere and Sejuani both in top lane, but they're just kind of letting their team
Lee Sin being caught out. The Sejuani ultimate comes out. Lee Sin gonna get away. No. Oh, the kick coming out to kick Tryndamere back. That was really well played by Billy B. Good.
Yes.
Incredibly well played. While in mid lane,
he has very good Lee Sin mechanics.
We have the inhibitor going down, and I don't think that there's much that Vigilante's able to do about it. Lee Sin from Paradox maybe finally going down. We're seeing Ghost come out from Trinamir. The chicken coming out, and they're not going to dive at all after that. Trinamir taking a free tower hit. Oh, and there comes the Dragon's Descent.
As well as them losing their second inhibitor.
And the triple kill for Orianna. I was watching Tryndamere at the time, so I didn't get to see much of that. But there's just so much going on right now. Tryndamere definitely going to die down to that. Inhibitor going down. There's only one inhibitor tower left and one more inhibitor, and then they're on to the Nexus already, and we're only 24 minutes into the game.
I don't even think they're going to go for that last inhibitor. They might just straight out push in. Because Vigilante they had been going for that split push game originally, but they made the mistake of having their tank up there with Tryndamere while Paradox was pushing. And because of that, Paradox had that 3-on-2 easy pickup for Orianna versus, I believe it was Corki and Sona.
And that was a big problem. Without that, they had no one that could lock down Paradox for them. And that was a big problem because then it didn't allow Syndra to get a clean combo off onto everyone. It didn't allow Sona to combo in with that. It didn't allow Corki to be able to get what he needed done properly. Exactly. And now we're just going to, even with that, now Tryndamere is 1-4. He's 30 CS behind now from Shyvana. Shyvana's just she's not having more presence on the map, but she's just able to do more at this point. Especially building a little bit of AD now with that Cutlass build. She's going to be able to take down Cutlass towers very fast with her Q.
And I do stand corrected. They are pushing the top just so they can be safe and just secure that win by having all 3 inhibitors. They're going to get stopped.
I think with Corki and Syndra coming behind, lots of pings. I don't think the communication is there for Vigilante right now. Just the team communication generally, having to use so many pings all game. It could just be a solo queue habit. Lots of ultimates coming out. Whoa! Lee Sin solos Dragon. Sona goes down. Sejuani goes down. Syndra goes down. We have Corki very low. He's going down to Shyvana.
Oh.
Tryndamere uses Undying Rage. Not much he's able to do there. He gets taken down, and there goes the last inhibitor.
Are you delayed? Well, either way, right here we see Paradox winning the game. That's GG. And that will be it for the best of 1 series.
And that was a quick best of 1. 26 minutes, I should say, not 56. 26 minutes, that's a quick game. We see Lee Sin 4-0. We have a 10-2 Orianna mid who had an Hourglass, a Rabadons, and an Athenes at the end of the game. A 9-2 Lucian and a 3-0 Annie with a 6-2 Shyvana on top. That's a big team to face against a 1-5 Tryndamere, a 0-7 Sejuani who didn't do much during the game, the 4-8 Syndra she did her best to burst the champions that she needed to burst down, but she focused too much on getting the Lee Sin. She put a lot of her abilities into focusing down Lee Sin, and that's not what she needed to do. She needed to take out the Lucian or the Orianna. Even the shutting down the Annie would have been a better idea, because Lee Sin was going full tank. Annie, she had the support items, but she's Annie, let's be honest. She still dealt damage. She had a Void Staff there. And with the Lucian, he was dealing so much damage that if you were able to kill him, it would have been worth even 2 members of your team at this point.
It's very true. He was definitely like outputting so much damage in those team fights. Orianna was also, like you said, she was making such a big impact because she was pretty much ignoring Sejuani and Tryndamere whenever they came into team fights, and going straight for their carries.
27k gold difference at the end of the game. That's turning out to be a lot of money in the end, and that's going to be really rough for the teams. But it was GG. Paradox played really well. They won the game, and let's just see where they go with the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, I see them going far. That they had some really good mechanics in that game, and honestly, they did that 20-minute Baron like it was planned from the very start.
Yeah, I don't think Vigilante had much of a chance in that. I think they definitely have to work on team communication. Having Sejuani sit so far up top was not the best idea, I'm going to say. But it was a best of 1. They didn't really have time to come back from it. They were doing their best.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that was the last game of the night.
Yeah, that will be the last one. I'm not sure when the next game is.
I don't know if we can possibly get some confirmation for next game.
We have a type going. We are done for.
We are done for tonight. Next game is going to be. Okay, so I guess
it's gonna be scheduled.
yeah, we're just waiting for the teams to schedule their next games, which is good.
All right, so it's been good. It's been a
Yeah,
pleasure.
the next games, once they're arranged, they'll be posted in the group for everyone to know about. Until then, we're just gonna wait around, hang out, play some League, post some good pics of all of us.
Have some fun,
And
rage a bit. So stay tuned.
It's been a time from all the casters here at HLC.